Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur TV show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur. So, as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell and click the word all so that you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Also, if you're not subscribed to my main channel, the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show, please be sure to subscribe to that channel as well. And let's give the video a thumbs up. Okay, let's get the likes up. Okay, so now listen, I want to discuss this historical case where some people who were forced to take the Venom and under threat of losing their jobs, well, they actually sued their employers and they won a $10 million settlement. They had a class action lawsuit. And so here's what they say. A $10 million lawsuit. Hold on. Why is this acting crazy? Hold on just a second. Okay, so they say a $10 million settlement has been announced by Liberty Counsel, which brought a lawsuit against North Shore University Health System on behalf of workers who were forced during the pandemic to take the experimental stupid 19 shots. Now, officials with the legal team, they basically said that these people were, discriminated against because of their religious beliefs. Okay, they said that they're going to have to pay $10,337,000 to compensate the healthcare employees who were victims of religious discrimination and who were punished for their religious beliefs against taking an injection that they didn't want to take. So the class action case was on behalf of more than 500 current and former North Shore workers. The settlement has been filed in the federal court in Illinois and still must be approved by the court. Now, they say this is a historic, first of its kind class action settlement against a private employer who unlawfully denied hundreds of religious exemption requests for the Venom. Okay, and that's what the legal team said. They say as part of the settlement agreement. Now, here's where it gets interesting. They say as part of the settlement agreement, North Shore will also change its unlawful no religious accommodations policy to make it consistent with the law and to provide religious accommodations in every position across its numerous facilities. No position in any North Shore facility will be considered off limits to unvenomized employees with approved religious exemptions. Okay, because that's crazy. How are you going to tell someone they have to go against their own religion? That's absolutely discrimination. And I'm glad they won. Now, Horatio G. Mahet, a Liberty Counsel official, says, we are very pleased with the historic $10 million settlement achieved in our class action lawsuit against North Shore University Health System. They say the drastic change in policy and substantial monetary relief required by the settlement will bring a strong measure of justice to North Shore's employees who were callously forced to choose between their conscience and their jobs. This settlement should also serve as a strong warning to employers across the nation that they cannot refuse to accommodate those with sincere religious objections to being forced to undergo Venom mandates. Okay, so this is also good. At the end of the day, they got $10 million. And here's the thing. They say those who were fired for not taking the shots will get about $25,000 apiece. And workers who were forced to take it to keep their jobs will get $3,000 each. The 13 workers who were lead plaintiffs will get an additional payment of about $20,000. So that's just also sad. The people who actually got it to keep their job, all they're going to get is about $3,000. Pay attention, honey. All right, they'd have been better off just letting them fire them. At least they've got $25,000. They could have found work somewhere else likely. But this is what it is. They said the legal team's costs are being paid with 20% of the settlement. So there it is. At the end of the day, stand firm on your beliefs. You should not let anyone ever fearmonger you or persuade you, coerce you, or any of those things and doing things you don't want. And they stood up for themselves, and I'm glad they did. Well, at least the ones who didn't get it stood up for themselves. The ones who let the people, force them to do it or pretty much talk them into doing it so they keep their job. Let me tell you something. There's always another job somewhere else. And I find it also interesting that employers actually made people, put people between a rock and a hard place when we were already having, all of these problems with the economy. The economy was crashing due to the pandemic partially and all of these things. So these are just heartless people as far as I'm concerned. I'm glad they're going to get some type of compensation because they absolutely deserve it. So with that all being said, leave me a comment to let me know what you think about this. And until next time, beloveds, I will talk to you all again soon. Peace.